Hey guys, we just got back from a trip to Rockford, Illinois, and while we were there, we found this really cool spot called the Nicholas Conservatory right along Rock River.
The Nicholas Conservatory is over 11,000 square feet of indoor plant space and is the third largest conservatory in the state of Illinois.
Which is funny because it doesn't actually feel that big.
No, it's not. Well, 11,000 feet, I don't know if 11,000 feet is big or not. I don't own a house, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the square footage is of the place we live in, so...
That is true, but that sounds huge.
It sounds big.
And it felt really tall.
It was really tall.
I guess it was filled well. The space was filled.
It was. It needs to be tall because it holds a lot of tropical plants, and those tropical plants need there to be a lot of humidity, which causes the warm and moist air rise and causes science-y stuff. So the conservatory was launched in 2006 when the Nicholas family gave the city over $2 million, $2.15 million to be exact, towards the project. It was the Nicholas family was from Rockford. Their parents
grew up in the
met
area.
there, and they enjoyed being on the river, so they wanted to pass that along to future Rockfordians. And people that...
Is that what they call themselves? Rockfordians?
I just said that. I did probably not. Rockfordites? That doesn't make any sense either, so I'm going to go ahead and say the other one.
I'll go with whatever you pick. All right. But it didn't open anyway. Nicholas Conservatory, it opened in 2011.
Yes.
So they spent several years constructing this beautiful glass structure.
Yeah.
And it supposedly ended up costing over $13 million.
Oh, okay. Because it's a beautiful building. I mean, it's an absolutely beautiful building.
Yeah, and then they added a rooftop garden in 2012.
Yes.
Right? It's this green garden on the roof.
It was interesting because we went in and there was an employee that was there, and they said to us, "Oh, do you want to go look at the stuff outside?" And we're like, "What?"
Yeah, we had just walked inside, and they were like...
And we ended up going through up like a spiral stairs, kind of spiral stairs, but up some stairs, and then to a balcony, and there's this huge rooftop garden that is so green and so beautiful.
It's very green. It was just one little balcony kind of space where you could stand and look at the rooftop because they didn't have guardrails along the edges of the roof, so you can't go out into it, but you can go up to this small platform that is railed in and see it. Anyway, it was different.
It's not designed to go in and check out. It's more of an observational kind of it looks so pretty and all that. Like we said, all the indoor plants are tropical in nature, making the conservatory a great place to visit during the colder times of the year. In fact, the first time I had gone, my mother took me, and it was in January, and it was so cold outside in Rockford, Illinois, in the Midwest in January, and it was a balmy 73 degrees inside the conservatory, and it was amazing, and I took 1.5 million pictures. It was great.
Yeah. I think that when we went, it was warmer than 73 degrees inside, but it was quite warm inside, but that's how it has to be for those kind of tropical plants. Yeah. And then there are also some small fountains leading into very small little waterfalls and koi ponds. It gave this constant, that soothing sound of running water, you know.
In fact, here, listen just for a second and you'll hear it. See? The second you come in, all you hear is this running water, and it's a very primal thing, but it just makes you so comforted. I mean, for me at least, I just feel so nice when I hear rushing water.
Yeah, it's calming
very calming
for many people. Yes.
Yeah. There are a lot of places to hang out. You can go and just chill. Once you pay your admittance fee, you can stay as long as you want. It doesn't matter until they close. But you can just go hang out. And there were right when you first come in, there were some tables, two-top tables, as they say in the business.
Yes.
Two tops, and then And then
there were like benches throughout. There's like a walkway that goes around the like little koi pond things, you know. But then there were several benches along that walkway where you could sit and relax and watch the koi fish.
It was really peaceful.
I think being inside a glass building is just, it's a different kind of experience that people aren't used to having. So being able, you're inside, but you have this natural light coming through. And the day that we were there, it was like partly cloudy, so the sun would come in and out. Really cool. So it was a really nice day.
It was cool because a lot of it with the plants and the art exhibit, a lot of the light refraction was really rad. Coming through. Tickets are only $10 for non-residents, and they go down from there by age group and whether or not you live in Winnebago County. But half price on Tropical Tuesdays, which means you can go hang out all day in this amazing paradise for $5. Until October 25th, they're doing Food Truck Tuesdays, which they'll have about 20 food trucks coming in, line up through the parking lot. It's a very popular event, but it's rad because every Tuesday you can go in and just go try a different food truck. And
then go into the conservatory for $5. Yes.
Although during the warmer months, you'll usually find some kind of refreshment truck or something.
When we were there, there was a truck there that I saw doing snow cones, which it was at the beginning of August, so it was hot. It was hot. So snow cones definitely caught my eye.
I immediately, when you say snow cones, I think about someone doing like donuts in the snow with their car, like just spinning around in circles. Yeah. Snow cones. Called? No, not at all. But that's what I thought of.
Okay. All right. But that art exhibit that you mentioned, it goes on until November 6, 2022. And it's called Delicate Forces. It's really, really cool.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. It's by Skunk Control, this Australian art collective of like engineers and artists. And, and they make like mechanical sculptures that are just beautiful, but at the same time are kinetic and like move.
Yes, they move on their own. Or at least the ones that we saw at the conservatory, they move on their own on a timer. Some of them were butterflies. And that would flap their wings, and then and then some of them were like flower-like plants that were hanging from the ceiling. That would open and close on their own. But they were made out of this like colored film. Do you remember what exactly the material was?
No, but it's like a plastic. It was very similar to what's used in the film business, like to just essentially color light. And most of it was made from the stuff, minus the frames and you know whatever designs. But like it was amazing. It made some of the most interesting colors on the natural plants, which was really cool. You were able
and on the walkways
and the walkways, but like it was seeing a plant that you would normally see, like an orchid or whatever, or like that cattail, you know, like the stuff that is really bright and vibrant anyway, but then colored in a different light. It's just a whole different perspective.
But the material was so interesting because it would change color depending on what angle you were looking at it, or if there's light coming through it or not. So they were just such cool sculptures.
It was really rad
to see in that kind of space.
So that's until November 6th. So please do yourself a favor and go check it out. It's really cool. It does seem like they host a lot of exhibits and special exhibitions and stuff there.
I saw stuff about how they had previously had something with like toy trains. They had an orchid display. They were serving wine in the rose garden outside. They had like tents set up and stuff. It looked like something I would like to go to. They had like it set up where you could feed lorikeets, which are those really small but colorful birds that'll come and sit on your hand and eat out of like a cup that you're holding. It's really cool if you've never done it.
We've fed some lorikeets in the Denver Zoo, didn't we? Was that lorikeets? No.
Yes.
Yes, it was. Hey, I remember things.
Yeah, if you fed really colorful birds, they're probably
most likely lorikeets.
Yeah. They also put on like holiday light show in the gardens at the conservatory.
That's a really big deal in the city.
Yeah, that would be cool to go to if we were there at that time of year. And they even host a Dia de los Muertos festival.
If it happened at a time when we were in Rockford, I would 100% go to that.
Yeah.
Connected to the conservatory right outside, which you don't have to pay to see, is the Eclipse Lagoon.
Yeah.
And the Sinisippi Park, which is connected to the Rock River there. But the Eclipse Lagoon has 2 fountains that run constantly. Some really kind of awkward looking swans. They didn't.
Why were they awkward?
I don't know. Swans are weird.
They were not
beautiful.
awkward.
They're absolutely beautiful.
There were 2 swans in the lagoon, and it was awesome.
Okay. I'm not usually freaked out by animal life, but swans weird me out. They just they're hiding something. Just saying.
Okay, so point being, there's a lagoon. It's around behind the conservatory.
Yeah.
There were 2 swans there. They were very beautiful. There are other gardens and stuff back there. And then if you wrap all the way around to the other side of the conservatory, there's some like waterfalls and stuff back there.
Yeah.
It was a really nice, felt like a little like nook back there. Because there wasn't really anybody else back there when we went. We kind of had it to ourselves, which was kind of crazy, but also really nice. You know?
It was really peaceful. It was just really nice walking around. There's places to sit down, hang out. Like it was just a place to sit and reflect and enjoy the natural beauty and the sculpted man-made beauty there. It was really nice.
Yeah, and then on the other side of the lagoon from the conservatory is the Rose Garden.
Yeah.
Which had been rented out for an event, probably a wedding or a quinceañera, while we were there.
Yeah. We did
so we didn't get to go into the Rose Garden.
We didn't get to go in. But
yeah.
there were definitely people there taking photos for weddings and quinceañeras and stuff like that, which was great because it's beautiful there. I mean, why would you not? But perhaps the best thing outside was the really large waterfall that actually comes from the inside of the koi pond and comes out. They had more of the Delicate Forces art displays there on the outside. The nice thing is that you can walk through there. It's part of the park. If you want to walk through the park, there's a whole trail that walks by. And a bike path.
And right along the river.
Right along Rock River. It's really pretty.
So you could definitely make a nice afternoon out of going to the conservatory and then walking around the gardens, walking along the river, It would be a lovely afternoon, for sure. It would
be very nice. So please go check it out before November 6th. Check out Delicate Forces. It's really nice. Make sure you sign up for our newsletter on our website. That's right there below my finger. And then on our social medias. And make sure you subscribe because we have more videos coming.
Always more videos coming. So many videos. It's happening.